Hello, in this video, I'll walk you through Flowise and I'll show you a coding tutor chat flow I created in Flowise. Flowise is an open source tool that makes easy to prototype LangChain applications. Over here, we can see a marketplace in which all the chat flows are created and that are open to use for everyone. If we want to use any of the chat flow, we have to just create it, we have to just click on it and we have to click on use template and we have to first save this chat flow. Like I can make it test chat flow. So in this chat flow, they have used a multi-prompt chain and they have used the language model of OpenAI with the three prompt retriever in which one of them is history, math and physics, which have a good for answering questions about physics or maths or history. And the prompt is like you are very smart history professor and you have to provide the answers. If we want to check it, we can just use it and ask that what is 5 into 5. So the chatbot will answer your question like with the kind words, and it will explain you that 5 multiplied by 5 simply multiplies two numbers and it equals to 25. If I want to ask what is Newton's third law, so from the prompt retriever it will answer that it is also known as the law of action and reaction. It will perfectly answer the question. So this chat flow is working and we can use the chat flows from the marketplace easily. Another one is tools. The tools we can create or load, uh, we can see from the marketplace these tools have been created and are open to use. New assistant can be created with the help of tools or with the OpenAI credentials, and we can load or customize it. We can load or customize the assistants we have created in the OpenAI. Then, talking about credentials, we have to provide the credentials of any of the models which we are using, like Azure. I have given OpenAI credentials. Variables variables can be used like for the custom tool function with the prefixes which we can use in our tools or in our models, and we can define it over here only. API keys are used to connect or embed our chat flows with any other application or our web applications. Now let's create one chat flow. For that, this chat flow, um, in the blank screen, let's first save the chat flow because without saving it won't work. Let me give the name. We can create a translator chat flow and we can save it. For that, first we have to have one LLM chain, and we can find that chain over here. There are too many chains, but I'll use the basic one for our first model. For this they are asking two asterisk things, like two important things. First is language model. So for language model I can search that from here, and from the chat models I'll use OpenAI OpenAI model, and I'll connect this chat OpenAI model. For that I have connected my OpenAI model. I have connected with my credentials over here. You can create one by credential name and its API key. And for prompt, I will search, or we can find from here also. chat prompt template. And I'll connect this chat prompt template with the prompt. Over here for system message, I'll say that helpful translator that converts English to, let's say, French, and the human message will be text input, and for that I'll have a format parameter prompt, and I'll add over here the question in which we will be adding from the chat box, and I'll save it. After saying it, we can test from here. Over here, if I say hello, so this chatbot will reply in the French bonjour. If I want to convert from French to, let's say, Hindi, and I'll save it, and if I want to create, if I ask the chat flow hello, then it will reply namaste, in which hello in Hindi. From this, we have created a translator chat flow with just few steps and by just connecting the models easily. So, I have created a coding tutor chat flow in which I have used the conversational chain. For that, the required thing was chat model, which I have used of OpenAI, and I have connected it, and the memory is needed for the storing and retrieval of previous messages or previous inputs. For that, I have used buffer memory. The memory also we can find easily from here. There are too many types of memory or MongoDB setup we can connect over here. And for chat prompt template, I have defined a system message in which it is a coding tutor which will help students to solve and to learn the easy coding languages. And I have used moderator for the input moderation. We can test it like what is array in C, and it will provide me with the description. In C, an array is a data structure that allows to store multiple elements. So it is working, and if I say could you provide me with the code, and it will provide me the code snippet and the explanation with it. Now, if I want to connect our coding tutor chat flow into our app or into our web application, so there is one embedding button over here in which we have different types of embedding with embedding or user API to our apps. Over here, this one is an HTML script which I can connect, which I can use in my application. For that, I have created one basic application in which, let me run first. This is the one welcome chatbot, play power chatbot tutor I have created, and in this index.html file I have to just paste the script which I have copied into the body tag, inside the body tag over here, and I have to just save it and rerun my project, and we can find the chatbot have been embedded into our project. Over here we can ask that what is var in JavaScript, and it would give me the explanation properly. This is an interactive tutor I have embedded in which it will ask the question at the end of the message. And if I don't know this, I'll say no, then it would explain me properly with the information. So this is working properly. We can connect from any of the languages. I have used authorization in JS connection for security purposes. This Flowise API key is been connected from API keys in the sidebar, or we can create from add new key and it will redirect to the API keys over here. So in our app, uh, over here we can see that in the prompts we have an authorization when we create an authorization key. I have created one simple application in which I have used Express application because we have to need a server when we call to the chat flow. In this, I have also created an endpoint and which will call to the server, which will redirect from front end to the call to the server. And this function, there is request and response, and in this function we need to extract the messages from the request body, and there is a try catch block. In this I have created one Flowise data for the formatting structure in the front end, in the Flowise, sorry. Then I have pasted this response from the example over here, and I have changed the URLs and the authorizations, and I have I have used it from the env files. And over here we can see that in the headers we have used authorization and content type application.js, and the method is post. This will be come from the app.js when send message will be done, and it will go to this endpoint, and in the index.js we are passing this to this function. And over here we will be awaiting for the response from the Flowise, and after this response is received we will pass it to the message data.text. And let me show you with the proper front end example. I'll open my application at the port 5000, and over here if we enter a prompt, teach me the basics of C, and if I hit send, it will take time for the first request, and it is working and it is helpful. Sure, I would be happy to teach you the basics of the C. This request had been come from the from our app. We can see the message we have written. In this way we can connect and we can work Flowise chat flows and use it in our application as well. Thank you. I hope you have liked this video.